Hi, I'm Brie, the Creative Minds Coach, and today I'm going to talk about creating art from the heart or how we create authentic work. So many times we hear the phrase, listen to your heart or follow your heart or create art from the heart. And we don't even really know, like maybe we kind of know what that means, but we don't even really know like how to do that. That's what I'm going to talk about today. And it's in three different phases. So, first, phase one. This is the absorption or mimicking phase. This is the part where we're going to school or we're really diving into something that might be kind of new for us. And we're just learning. We're also developing skills. This is where we're get it being shown what to do, and we're practicing doing exactly that so that we can build up the skills to have for later on in the next two phases. Okay. This is really, we are mimicking. We're literally copying. I did this a lot. I watched a lot of YouTube's videos and I bought tutorials when I was learning photography, and I would sit and do exactly what they did so that I could practice that skill. So this is how we learn. This is where we're developing skills. And this is also the part in this where we're finding inspiration. What do we like? And as part of that, I wanted to share a quote from this book from Austin Kleon called Steal Like an Artist. This is really good little book. And here's what he says, or this is from Jim Jarmusch. I don't know how to say his name. This is a quote from in this book, and it says, steal from anywhere that resonates with inspiration or fuels your imagination. That's what we're looking for. So devour old films, new films, music, books, paintings, photographs, poems, dreams, random conversations, architecture, bridges, street signs, trees, clouds. That's a personal favorite of mine. Bodies of water, light, and shadows. Select only things to steal from that speak directly to your soul. If you do this, your work will be authentic. So, this is the part where you're finding inspiration and you're gathering inspiration and figuring out what speaks to you. Personally, I have a whole shelf of books, of photography books that I can use as inspiration, and I find inspiration everywhere. This is the time to be doing this. Also, you can find inspiration in any of the other two phases. I'm not saying that this is where it stops, but this is where it begins. All right. Phase two, integration. Integration is after we've done phase one, we're going to take all of that learning and all of those skills and all of those things that we found that inspire us, and we are going to practice them. We're going to put it into practice, and we're going to mix all of those ideas, all of those things that we've practiced doing. We're going to try. This is where we're just trying things. We're taking the inspiration that we've gotten from all over and combining them in so many different ways, all of these different ideas. And as we do that, we start building our own ideas. So this is really is the experimental phase where we're going to try something and make a small shift and then try something else. This is actually the phase where people think that they're failing. And this is what I want to caution you about, is because experimenting is not failure. It's literally trial and error. This is where I tell myself I'm just trying some stuff, because there's no real terrible failure in experimenting, right? We're just practicing, seeing what we like, seeing what kind of combination we can come up with in so many different ways that speaks to us. Okay, so experiment and be okay with it. And also, this is going to happen organically over time as you practice and experiment. There is no rush in this phase. You could be in this phase for a really long time, and that is totally okay. You are still going to make work that you really enjoy. Okay, so there's no rush. One of the things that we think that's a problem that we're in this phase is because we're so anxious to get to where we're creating authentic work and work that's really authentically ours, is that we think that somehow we have to rush to get there. And if you trust yourself that as you move through this phase and practice and experiment, that you will eventually get there, then the rush just can disappear for you. The phase 3 is the actual authentic creation. Now, this is the amazing part of creating art from the heart, where we listen to our heart. So this is a really amazing skill to learn, and I want to tell you it's a skill to learn in order that you want to practice in order to really start to create that authentic, genuine work. So there's 2 parts to listening to your heart. There's going to be the part where you want to pay attention to what you're feeling in your body. And by the way, so much of what I do is emotions and thoughts and how they interconnect. And so keep listening because this is going to show up. So you're going to listen to your body and feel what kind of energy is in there. So many of us are not doing this. And this is one huge reason why you are not creating authentic work. You have to be able to listen to your body. You have to be able to listen to your mind. Okay, so this is how it might show up in your body. Sorry, hopefully you can read this. This energy might show up like feeling, you might create something or start to create something and you feel some resistance to it. That's kind of a little bit of a signal that you might not want to go there. If you create something and you have excitement, you might want to be thinking with your mind, I want more of that. So the way this resistance shows up in our minds, in our thoughts is I don't like whatever it is. And there's going to be more of these kinds of thoughts, but you want to feel the energy behind it. And if you're thinking, I want more of this, and you have that excitement or some other positive energy that's going to feed the creativity, notice that and try to get more of that. That's the path that you want to head on. So you want to listen to these things, and then you want to follow where this I want more part takes you. That's it. You're going to listen to it. So you have to pay attention to what your mind and your body are telling you, and then you're going to follow it. And now I know you've already looked down here to this big pink word that has the X on it. So this word should I said be, because this is another part to this. This word should almost always will keep us. This is a word I want you to be aware of. It will keep you from creating authentic work, because if you are thinking, if you start to go down this, I want more, and then you think, but I should, or my social media people think I should, or I think so-and-so, my professor from school thinks I should, okay, then you are not creating work. You are creating work that you think other people want to see. It's not because they're expecting it. It's because you think they're expecting it. So taking out this word should, that's why I said take it out and just listen and follow and trust yourself that you're going down a path to creating authentic work. Now, really, take away this should. Now, here's what I want to tell you. I am noticing in my own work, this isn't something that I just made up to put on YouTube. This is something that I am noticing in my own work. As I have gone through these phases, I am noticing that I am creating now more work, more art that I personally love, that speaks to me as I follow this excitement and I want more. Okay, as I move through all of these phases and take out this should, I'm doing this myself. And you know what? It feels so much better. It feels like I'm putting out work that is really authentically mine. And I'm taking out this should, what I think anyone else thinks I should do. So follow these breadcrumbs of curiosity that your mind and body are going to take you on. So here, just to recap, here are the three phases. One is absorption. You're going to absorb information and mimic it. Okay. Two, you're going to integrate that as you practice and experiment. And number three is authentic creation, where you're going to listen to your heart and follow the path that it leads you down without any of these shoulds. And you can repeat this process over and over and over again anytime you want to. So before I go, so that's it. This is how you create art from the heart. And before I go, I just like to invite you to subscribe to my email list and join my creative circle. This is where I have created free secret subscriber only videos that my email list can get access to. And I teach you even more in depth. So you can join by clicking on the link in the description. So come on, join my creative circle. And that is it. Creating art from the heart. I will see you next week.